Well, let's get some reaction now to the Environment Secretary's comments earlier on, and also the concerns that the horse meat issue may be centred on abattoirs in Romania. I'm joined in our Westminster studio by the Romanian Ambassador, His Excellency Dr. Ion Ginga. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, Ambassador. First of all, you know, there is a chain that everyone is trying to follow. We agree on that foodstuffs sold in Britain, sourced by a Swedish company using packing companies in France and Luxembourg, which in turn have used abattoirs based in Romania. It's only fair that people would be curious about what happened in Romania, as well as France, Luxembourg and the UK.
First of all, let me tell you that I believe the British people deserve to get proper, fair and accurate information. And in Romania, we have launched an inquiry about this topic. That's why we came just a few days after the topic has been on the media. And now we are in a position to tell you what's the result of that inquiry. We are 100% sure that Romanian companies have not broken any European rule, and such a breach of European rules and regulations have not happened on the Romanian territory. And it is our understanding that the horse meat that has been used by the lasagna producers was minced meat coming from another EU member state. No Romanian company exports any kind of minced meat. The horse meat our companies are exporting is not processed and is always controlled and properly labeled.
Do the abattoirs that you use for beef in your country, do they also process horse as well as cattle, or do you have separate abattoirs for horse processing and beef?
On my knowledge, there are only 2 abattoirs in Romania that are producing horse meat for export. I'm not aware of what every abattoir in Romania does, because I'm not a specialist in agriculture or in meat and food industry. But what I know for sure is that the horse meat that has been exported by Romanian producers to Western countries, because there are some customers in France and in Italy, for instance, is not processed meat, is not minced meat as the meat it was used in lasagna that has been exported to the British market.
Let's take this up again with the Romanian Ambassador, His Excellency Dr. Ion Ginga. Thank you very much indeed, Excellency, for waiting while the Environment Secretary spoke. It was fairly straightforward, actually, what he had to say. I think what is coming, though, certainly what our government seems to be looking for, is a fairly close network of cooperation as soon as possible. I'm guessing now, but between the UK, France, perhaps Luxembourg as well, and indeed your country, Romania, as well. He mentioned Daniel Constantine, minister in your country, that he's already been speaking to try and clear up the mess. Do you think your government will be happy to cooperate with all that, and indeed let anybody into your country to have a look to make sure that everything is as you say it is?
Absolutely, yes. And let me add that the European Commissioner for Agriculture, Dacian Cioloș, has been today in Bucharest, and he declared that the Romanian authorities had cooperated in a very positive way with the European Commission. And because the Environment Secretary has used 2 words I had also in mind to use, one is outrageous and the other one is unacceptable. Yes, I fully agree with him, because it's totally unacceptable to manipulate the public opinion using false data without a prior check. And yes, it is outrageous that, for instance, a British newspaper has released in an article today that wild horses from the reservation in the Danube Delta have been used as horse meat. In reality, all these wild horses are microchipped. They are in evidence. They are under permanent surveillance of a German NGO, And according to the director of that German NGO, all wild horses are still in the Danube Delta. They are protected. And I have a final message for our British friends. We in Romania love horses as much as Britons do.
We're just hearing that another of our supermarkets has confirmed that it's found horse meat in its spaghetti bolognese. It's everyday value spaghetti bolognese. So clearly this is not going away as something of a food supply crisis, at least in this country and possibly in others in Europe. The Environment Secretary expressed concern about trace elements found in some foodstuffs in Ireland particularly, but now this idea that actually some products sourced from this French company were 100% horse meat rather than trace elements of horse meat. Thus far, our Environment Secretary has been consistent in saying that he suspects, he says here, it appears to him that there is some criminal activity at work here to defraud the consumer. Do you also have those concerns in Romania that there is criminal activity at work somewhere along the line of this supply chain?
We are very much interested to hear the final conclusion of this inquiry because we are keen to preserve the credibility of our companies.
Well, indeed, Ambassador, thanks very much indeed for joining us there. Dr. Ion Dzinga there, thank you very much indeed for your time, talking to us about this crisis, which has been resurrected again by some comments from the Environment Secretary in the House of Commons moments ago. Plenty more to come on this and, of course, all our other stories of the day. Do stay with us.